wing bone call. You practice it, master it, and you will not regret it. I'm Garen Carlin, owner of Monsters Creek Outdoors. I'm going to be telling a hunting story on this video about a friend of mine named Chris Ferrell. He lives pretty close to me, and he hunts not very far from where I hunt. We can't hear one another shoot from where we hunt, but it don't like much, if you want to put it that way. He got a wing bone call from me 3 years ago, and when he got that, well, he's probably got 3 or 4 of my wing bone calls now. I can't remember, but when he got that first wing bone call, I more or less introduced him to, using the wing bone or the air operated call, and I really pushed the point over to him that, if he learned how to use it and master it, that he wouldn't regret it, and he would definitely, tell the difference in his hunting as far as his success. But he's killed a turkey every year that I know of using that wing bone since he started on it. And but anyway, he killed a longbeard here in Tennessee yesterday. I was in the woods hunting yesterday evening. He sent me a message, told me that he saved the wings off of that turkey for me to make calls out of. So after I come out of the woods, I went by his house and picked those wings up. And while I was there, he told me the story about what happened when he killed a turkey yesterday. And I just thought I'd share the story. The very ending of the video, where the turkey was when he shot him and how he managed to do it, is kind of what made the story. As he told me, about it, the very ending right there is pretty much what got my attention. But what happened was, he said he went into this area and he heard 3 different turkeys gobble. He said there was one to his left, one to his right, and one straight in front of him. Well, he went after the one, I believe it was the one straight in front of him, and he walked up to the edge of this field, right where the woods come up to the edge. And he said that field had sage grass on it about chest deep. Well, he was afraid to get any closer, so he sat down right at the edge of that field, the edge of the woods. And he called on that wing bone call. And he said a hen started answering him. And she got kind of loud, like she was getting frustrated and upset, like, she heard a new hen she had never heard before, and she wasn't happy about it. So he called a time or two, and that hen would answer, real aggressive, and he knew the gobbler was over. It sounded like he was on the other side of this sage field, and on the other side of that field there was a creek, and he said he couldn't tell if the turkey was on his side of that creek or on the other side. He ended up being on his side of the creek, but what happened, he got ready to move from where he was at on the edge of that field at the wood line. So he got down and he crawled out through that sage field. I can't remember how far out into the sage field he said he made it to. But anyway, he got out there to a certain point. Well, he stood up in that sage. And when he stood up, he said he saw that turkey. He was in full strut. But he was still going to have to get closer to him. He's too far from him. So he said he got down, kind of went around, and he crawled all the way out through across that sage, and he made it all the way over to where the creek was. And he crawled off in that creek. And the turkey, well, he got off in the creek, and he come back up, to close some distance and get closer to him. He said he got a little bit closer to where he was. But he got up there to a certain point. He come up to the top of that creek bank, because the turkey was on the side of the creek that he got off in the creek on. So he just went down the creek and then come back up the bank closer to where the turkey was there. But when he did, when he topped that bank, he said that gobbler was probably 20 to 25 yards away, but he was going the other way. All he saw was the back of his tail fan going away like that. Well, he said he was laying there just right over the top edge of the bank with his gun, you know. And he said he barely touched that wing bone call just one little time. Something about like that. He said that gobbler, he spun on a dime, turned right around, and came straight back. And he walked straight up in front of him at 8 to 10 steps, and he shot him. So it's kind of unbelievable when those hunts happens like that. I've had several over the country over the years to happen like that, and it's exciting. It'll get your blood boiling when they walk up on you that close. I mean, it's just unforgettable. I've had them to crawl through a cane thicket before and just walk right smack up on me, and be not over 6 or 8 steps before. And you have to be careful when they're that close. You'll miss them. If you're not careful. You know, that pattern comes out of your shotgun. You don't have time to spread out when they're that close. But it's just an interesting story about how he said he got off in that creek and he topped that bank and made that one little call like that, and that turkey turned around and come right straight to him. So just thought I'd share that little story about Chris there, and I know it was one of them unforgettable moments for him. It's nice when they happen like that, and it to be such a blessing to, you know, get out there and kill a gobbler like that. And another one of them deals, you know, making memories for life, and that's a good kind of memories for sure. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw up 3 or 4 pictures of him here from yesterday. So until next time, I'm Garen Carlin, owner of Mosses Creek Outdoors. Here comes the photos right now.